So hello once again. Today I'd like to talk about the big blue button. Uh, in the recent past, there has been an onset of a lot of online learning, and right now we're currently talking about module 2 on online learning. So maybe to pose this question: do you get distracted during your online learning sessions? Well, that's the greatest challenge that a web conferencing tool tries to solve. Now, as much as the learner tries to stick to an online classroom, it is the trainer's or the educator's biggest role to keep the focus of the students or attended to so that they can continue learning despite the many challenges of the technology that we have around us. So then, what is this big blue button? Now, the big blue button is an open source web conferencing solution for online learning. By open source, we mean that this device or the developers of this software have given it out freely, that you can view it, edit it, and even make changes to it, meaning that it's available free. You can be able to make changes to it, you can be able to make adjustments, you can customize it to work to your best ability. So it's also able to provide real-time sharing of audio, video, slides, whiteboard, chat, and screen. So imagine a web conferencing tool where you're able to share your audios, your videos, your slides. You can be able to share a whiteboard with your students and even share a chat and a screen as well. Now, the Big Blue Button was developed by the Technology Innovation Management Team program at Carleton University in Ottawa, Canada. It's probably known as Caltech. They are world renowned for their various innovations, but the greatest innovation that revolutionized the online teaching education industry is actually the Big Blue Button. So you'll always find the Big Blue Button logo looking something like this. Big Blue Button, as again, is an open source, but the most common point you can see is actually the blue button with the B in white in the middle. That's the most common thing that you can see on it, and it's an add-on. You can find the add-on on many learning management systems. For example, the Moodle, you can be able to plug it into the Moodle, or you can be able to plug it into Google Classroom, and it's used to enhance the online learning activity. Now, among its features, the fact that the Big Blue Button has been created for educators and by educators is that it is best suited for teaching and training. Now, educators will appreciate the intuitive, its nature, the way it's intuitive, including tools that make it easier for teachers to make students to focus on the lesson. And by this I mean that the small things that enhance the activities where you have a learner at a remote place, alone in a room or doing whatever he's doing, but the activities involved in these elements will actually keep your students glued to the lesson, and they'll do small activities that will actually enhance the learning process. You know, we only have a small concentration span among students. So among these features, one that's very popular is the screen share. And by screen share means that there is easy presentation that you can upload you can upload your PDFs, your text, your images, your PowerPoints, your Word documents, and even Excel documents. So you're able to share all these documents easily, you as a trainer now, with your students. Secondly is that there is an easy intuitive screen sharing that keeps the students engaged. Now, the fact that your students, wherever they are, can be able to see a screen makes it all the difference. It's like in a classroom where a student can actually see the teacher and the blackboard and whatever the teacher is writing. You know, the teacher keeps jotting things on the blackboard so that anytime the students get distracted, he's able to view and connect back and maybe picture and maybe come back to class. The other thing is a whiteboard, and a whiteboard annotation of slides for highlighting content. And by whiteboard, it means that this whiteboard can either be marked by the teacher or even the students as well. It's a two-way thing. You can ask students to annotate on things on the whiteboard, and students can respond from the other side and put annotations on things that you have posted on the whiteboard. Secondly, we have breakout rooms, and breakout rooms are a beautiful tool because you can be able to distribute your class into groups. You can put them in breakout rooms, assign them a task, and then you as a trainer, you are able to sneak in, or not just sneak in. You have the authority to get in those rooms and be part of the discussion and moderate that discussion. And then after the breakout rooms are done, you can dismantle them and bring the class back for now a presentation on what the tasks that were being done. Then we have video options. You can get all quality of video options, either low, high, medium, high, or even the HD, that will be able to serve the kind of Wi-Fi bandwidth that you have. So it will adjust. If your bandwidth is quite low, the video quality can go low, and similarly, same happens on the other side. Then we have a quick and easy polling, and that encourages student engagement. You can ask the students to respond quickly to a poll without keeping asking for responses. You can easily see a poll and a response immediately. And then we have we talked about screen share before, and then we have a multi-user whiteboard. I talked about the whiteboard, and it says it's a multi-user, where the trainer can be able to use the whiteboard as well as the students as well. You can imagine an engagement where you're in a classroom as a student. Can you come and show us the example here? Now, that is also available online, which makes a big blue button an excellent tool. Then we have features like the video share, where you can share video links within the main presentation area, and playback is controlled by the instructor. Here is where the instructor wants additional teaching aids as a video, and he can be able to share a video on the platform, and then he can control the playback of the video, and the students can enjoy the video and to enhance the learning. And then we have the student feedback through emojis. Emojis make fun. How chat is chat box are made an exciting playground by use of emojis that can say a million words in a picture. Now the same can be used across all boards of the big blue button. And lastly, now we can talk about the advantages. And the fact that the thing is open source means that it can be used by educational institutes around the world. You don't need to pay for it. It's free, and you can be able to make adjustments to it. And then it's more suitable for learning and training. It offers numerous options for customization. You can customize it. I'm telling you, you can see the same big blue button used on another platform, and you say this is not the big blue button as I know it, because you can customize it to your action needs. And it allows real-time sharing of video slides and audios. Again, real-time. It's an online session, and you can share all this in the same tool. And then you can also record content for later playback, which makes it very important, because the biggest challenge in online learning is where we have a call dropout. Your internet goes off and down, and you think your students on the other side are hearing you or participating, but then with the small breaks, then it makes no sense having classroom. But if you can get the classroom for a playback, where a student now can look for the content and play it back, and review the content, and get more absorption where he needs clarity. And then you can access and manage the recordings as well, and then you can be able to configure it easily to leverage capabilities through the features of the video site. And then you can create multiple links for activities in the online session. And lastly, you can restrict the entry of students before the moderator joins. Of course, it has its advantages, because it does not run well under virtual machines, and all recordings meetings are visible to anyone with a password, and no straightforward way to cluster a group of big blue button servers. So all these are tech things, and as far as training is concerned, most of these things are beyond your control. Probably your server administrator is the one who can be able to control this. Now, this presentation was done by Joshua Eng.Maureen Chen, Stephen Jenga, and Jeffrey Magoto, who are all part of Group 1. Now, I'll also share with you a link to a podcast about the same big blue button. And if you enjoyed, join me next time as we continue on web conferencing tools. Thank you.